Morning students, today we are going to deal with the new chapter coordinate geometry. The first exercise in this chapter deals with the area of the triangle. So now I have written a sum to find the area of the triangle. So let us read the sum now. Find the area of the triangle whose vertices are minus 3, 5, 5, 6 and 5, minus 2. So first we see they have given you 3 points. First we will draw the triangle using these points. So roughly let us plot the points here in the xy plane. So you know this is 0, 0. This is your x dash, your y and your y dash. So roughly minus 3, 5. Minus 3 in x value. So negative values of x are this side. So roughly if this is going to be minus 3 and this is going to be somewhere 5. This will become minus 3, 5. So this is your minus 3, 5. So next we are going to plot the point 5, 6. 5 in the x-axis. So let us say 5 is somewhere here. And 6 it is going to be at the top. So let it be here. So this is 5, 6. And again 5, minus 2. So 5, minus 2 will be down in your y-axis. So let this be 5, minus 2. So now roughly we have plotted the points 5, 6, 5, minus 2 and minus 3, 5. So let us join all these 3 points. So we have formed a triangle. Now we have to assign the vertices for this. So let us assign minus 3, 5 as A and this as B and this as C. Always when you assign the name for the vertices as A, B, C, you have to go in your counterclockwise direction. This is your clockwise. So you have to go in the counterclockwise direction. So A, then comes your B and then comes your C. You could have even taken A as this point, whereas B will be here and C will be here. You could have taken even this as A, where B will be this point and C will be this point. The only thing you have to take in mind while naming the vertices to find the area of the triangle, it has to go in the counterclockwise direction. That is opposite to the clockwise direction. So now we have formed the triangle ABC with the coordinate minus 3, 5, 5, minus 2 and 5, 6. Already you have many formulas to find the area of the triangle, such as A is equal to half BH and also the Heron's formula. So now we are going to form another formula using the vertices. So now the area of the triangle is given by the formula A is equal to 1 by 2 x1, you write it like this, x1 plus x2 plus x3. So after x1, what is your y value? It is y2. After y2, it is y3. After y3, it is y1 minus. Now you write your y values, y1 plus y2 plus y3. So now you start with your x values, where again after y1, what is your next value? x2, x3 and x1. So now we have arrived at the formula A is equal to 1 by 2 x1 y2 plus x2 y3 plus x3 y1 minus x2 y1 plus x3 y2 plus x1 y3. So now we will take the vertices A minus 3, 5 as your x1 y1 and your B 5, minus 2 as x2 y2 and your C 5, 6 as x3 y3 and substitute in the above formula. So what is your x1 now? x1 is minus 3. What is your y1? y1 is 5. So here this is from the point minus 3, 5, your A point. Next, what is your B point? 5, minus 2. So your x2 is 5. Your y2 is minus 2. Now what is your C here? 5 comma 6. So your x3 is 5 and your y3 is 6. So I think you are clear with this. So your hero's formula and your formula A equal to half BH were previously used to find the area of the triangle. When we come into the coordinate geometry, area of the triangle has been defined using the vertices given. So A is given by 1 by 2 x1 y2 plus x2 y3 plus x3 y1 minus x2 y1 plus x3 y2 plus x1 y3. I told you how to write this. First you write x1, x2, x3 with plus in between. Then after x1 in your y value it will be y2. So y2, y3, next is your y1. Similarly minus, you must be sure here you have a minus sign. So next here you write y1, y2, y3. So after y1 in your x value it is x2. So x2, x3. Then after x3 you go to your x1. So we have arrived at this formula like this. Now we have assigned the vertices as A, B, C and we have found out our corresponding x1, y1, x2, y2 and x3, y3. So now we are going to substitute to find the value. So A is equal to 1 by 2 into what is your x1 minus 3 into what is your y2 minus 2 plus x2. What is your x2? 5 into y3 6 plus x3 5. What is your y1? 5 minus x2. What is your x2? 5. What is your y1? 5 plus what is your x3? 5. What is your y2 minus 2 plus what is your x1 minus 3 and what is your y3? It is 6. See, I have just substituted the values of x1, x2, x3 and y1, y2, y3 in the area of the triangle formula. So now we will compute it. So A is equal to 1 by 2. You know minus into minus will give you plus 3 2s are 6 plus 5 into 6 30 plus 5 into 5 25 minus 5 into 5 25 plus 5 into minus 2 minus 10 plus minus 3 into 6 minus 18. Plus into plus will give you plus. Minus into minus will give you plus. Whereas plus into minus or minus into plus will give you a negative value. And since you are sure with your tables, you multiply and write the resulting answer. So now we are going to combine all this and find the answer. So A is equal to 1 by 2. You add all are positive in the first braces. So you see 6 plus 30, 36. 36 plus 25 is going to be 6 plus 5, 11. And again it is going to be 61. So 61 minus. Here you have two negatives and one positive value. So first you add your negative values because two terms are there. So when you add it becomes minus 10 minus 18, it is minus 28. So it is equal to 1 by 2, 61 minus 25 minus 28. See, you have 25 and minus 28. One with the positive and one with the negative. So you have to subtract 28 minus 25, it is 3. Which is the bigger number here? 28. So what is the sign? It is minus 3. So you opt for that. So 1 by 2. 61. Minus into minus, it will become plus. Minus into minus 3, it will become plus 3. So it is 1 by 2 into 64. So 2 3s are 32. Therefore, area of the triangle is equal to 32 square units. So we have arrived at the result that the triangle formed with the vertices minus 3, 5, 5, 6 and 5, minus 2 has an area of 32 square units. So while computing integers, you must be very, very careful. In multiplication, minus into minus is plus and plus into plus is plus. Whereas when you multiply opposite signs, you will have always a negative as the product answer. So now while adding, when you have three terms, when two are going to be of the same term, you add those two terms and put the sign. And when you going to add two numbers with opposite signs, you subtract and put the sign of the biggest number. So after computing this, we have arrived at 32 square units. Thank you, children.